We were never meant for this world. One of the oldest stories told by humans is how our appearance on this planet was brought about by the elves. Whether as some high elf's magic experiment, to serve as a species of servants, or simply an accident, the stories always involve them. Once we broke out of the tree's shadows, early humans fought for their right to live. They did not know the rules of the world, nor did they have the magic that sustained most of the natural world. Despite everything, for every second they remained alive, our ancestors were winning. Many tales were traded and collected between human settlements and travelers that managed to make their place in the New World. No matter the horrifying stories of monsters raiding their settlements, the world inhabitants capturing or using our ancestors for their own desires, or even the natural world itself seemingly denying our potential, our ancestors still held on. Someone managed to harness magic and taught it to others. People who were experimented on survived long enough to pass on their genetic modifications to their sons and daughters. Our own adventurers travelled far and wide, mapped and recorded everything they could for the ones that would come after them. We survived. We thrived. In this world that despised us, we managed to make a place our children and their children would call home. When humanity, the species born by accident, started becoming a real power in the world, everyone started a campaign of destruction against us. It did not matter if it was the ancient dragons, the everlasting elves, the robust dwarves, the fae, the merfolk, everyone rallied against us. Forces of the world that were at a thin balance with each other came together out of fear, just like early humans. It is quite difficult to fight the entire world. It is vastly more different than just survival. Everything we have accomplished, the pain and suffering that our ancestors endured in order for us to live a better life, only to become the enemy of all. Despite the losses we have suffered, hope still remains in us. Besides the ancient stories that have survived by writing, art and oral, there existed the oldest dream of humanity, to go back home. Extrapolated from recovered and stolen books from all walks of species, my family has focused exclusively on creating a summoning circle designed to bring all of humanity back to whence we came. Long before the war, my ancestors and their companions had gone far and wide to set up a summoning circle that spanned the entirety of the planet. After all, they did not want to leave any human behind. Due to the nature of the war, I was forced to risk it all and attempted to finish off the magic circuit with the last mages I could muster. Away from the last bastions of humanity, in concurrence with some of the last remaining mages that knew about the project, we connected the last parts of the summoning sphere. From the throat of the world, I can see far into the distance. Our last cities were being besieged, the last forts burned, and final armies crushed. The remaining mages of my summoning corps poured our souls into the magic sphere. Doubt grew in us all. The magic was not enough to bring us home. All of the mages I was connected with knew this on a spiritual level. We simply lost too many people who could use magic. In the oldest parts of our mind, independent of each other, we all remembered the stories our elders told us. We no longer chanted ancient words, spelled archaic symbols, or pulled the last of our reserves. The summoning circle was barely open with all of our efforts, so we just prayed to a cruel god. Please, save us. Those words repeated in my head. In all of our hearts it echoed into a space that had long since turned their backs to us. I heard the ever-approaching armies of the world breaking down our defences one by one. Even if an elf somehow discovered my location and slit my throat, I would still be praying to my last breath. I felt a surge of energy come through the magic circle. It was far above the power any of our mages could do right now, and maybe even the oldest mages in the known world. If anything, it didn't feel like our fundamental human understanding of magic. This is Captain Feehan of the USS Lexington, United Nations of Earth and Colonies reporting. Standing by. Request status. A strong voice came through our magic circuit. It was reminiscent of a ship captain who has seen more battles than he has his own spouse or children. What? How? The summoning circle was not strong enough. Major Igarashi, Hurricane Squadron, Earth Defense Force. Contact with non-human hostiles. We do not need assistance. Lieutenant Balog, Rapid Response Mage Corps, Duchy, Obarioskes and Slav. Heavy resistance. All hostiles are attacking human targets. Repeat, all hostiles are attacking human targets. Emperor Anurin, my personal guard and I, Dominion of Man, stand by for our arrival. Staff Sergeant Magby, 1st and 3rd Armored Division, America's Union, providing artillery support. Report locations to avoid friendly fire. The communications line kept going with countless people from different worlds and histories coming to our aid. I did not have proof that other humans came to our aid, but I had a feeling they were. I raised my head and witnessed a landscape that held many new firsts for me. Even with how far everything is, I magnified my vision with whatever magic was left in me. A floating metal city, far surpassed the sky so utterly that it was a mere blur in my eyes. Multitudes of flying saws came down that obliterated dragons and laid siege against entire armies. Battalions of large metal wagons that fired from horizon to horizon. Large groups of brightly clothed humans evacuating what remained of my people while a war zone was actively happening around them. That was a mere fraction of what was happening across the world. Even though they were professionals, despite their different doctrines, they worked together for the sake of people they have never known. We were never meant for this world, but we continued nonetheless. A war that had dragged on for years had ended within days. Due to the overwhelming firepower, manpower, and thoroughness of our saviors, the original beings that once inhabited this world became nothing more than distant memories. Their bloodlines only existed through the remaining half-breeds that fought with us. When their call to duty was finished, our revitalized Mage Corps and some of the otherworld mages sent back a majority of the humans back home. Some remained to ensure the world didn't try to kill us again, and to help rebuild from the ashes. Our level of technology and magic expanded vastly from the introduction of these different allegiances of humans. Eventually, there were children who grew up only seeing the half-breeds, and not the originals. To this day, we kept the summoning sphere active. My children, their children, and the generations after will keep that circuit alive. When the time comes to honor the ones who came to our aid, we will do the same for whoever calls.